Hello all. Well, I wanted to bring up a subject that really just irritated me to no end today. I was at a facility taking care of my back. It's a workout gym, and they had televisions all over the place. And on one of the televisions here in California, something was being shown that just blew my mind. A rodeo was playing on the television. It was CBS. Now, I have thrown away my television about 14, 15 years ago. So I don't know what's going on with all that, but I had no idea that animal torture was back on television. And that's exactly what it is. It's men getting off on torturing animals. Let's go over to the board and I'll show you exactly what I mean. So if you look at the events that take place at a rodeo, or what I should call a festival of torture, calf roping, steer wrestling, horse and bull riding, saddle brace riding, steer roping, and barrel racing. All of these items, except for maybe barrel racing, is torture. That one's questionable. Okay, let's talk about calf roping. So what is a calf? If cows were people, a calf would be about a 3 or 4 year old child. So what they're doing, they're taking a child. They take a probe. Let me show you these, just one probe for an example. They take this probe and they start poking the animal while it's trapped in the chute, as it's called, which is really just a device that holds them tight so that they can poke electricity at them until the calf's stomach and genital areas, as it's called, are burning. Then they let the calf out and it runs scared to death, scared to as much panic as you can get in a child, runs out there, and then this big horse with a guy on it runs after it, ropes it, and flips it around and puts it down and ties it all up. So if you think of it as a human child, that's about as sick as it gets. Steer wrestling, that's another one that's sick. Again, the steer is put in a chute, electric propped, things put on it to cause the thing for pain and blistering, and it's let out of the chute. Again, the same thing happens. Torture. Horse and bull riding. Boy, that's a sick one. That's the one where they put electric prods in the belly through a strap onto the belly of the bull, which then starts to heat up the belly and the nuts of the bull. Then they cinch up the strap, this sickening bucking strap, as they call it. Oh, that's very, very politically correct. Bucking strap instead of a torture strap, causing great irritation to the animals and causing them to perform more vigorously for the audience. Then they have steer roping, which is again the same exact stuff, just different types of torture to these animals. It kind of reminds you of when the U.S. was torturing Iraqis who were innocent. So some of the tools that are used are electric probes, 12,000 volts, spurs, bucking straps, and other devices to cause the animals to perform better for the entertainers. So after some of these rodeos, especially the big ones, several animals have to be killed or what they call euthanized. Let's call it what it is, Mushy. It's killing. It is killing an animal. So in other words, you torture it for its last few hours of life. You torture it and then you kill it. What an awful thing. What is going on with humanity? I thought we were growing in a positive direction, but there on ABC, animal cruelty was being shown, and it is worse than anything I've ever seen. I've never seen them jump around like that. So when a bull jumps around with this electric probe in its belly, it is going through spasms so violent that the butchers and the slaughterhouses, when they get these animals, they say the skins are completely detached from the bodies, only being held up by the neck and the feet themselves. Everywhere else it's been ripped from their body. That is severe torture, and it should not be allowed. I thought we had done away with that in pretty much on corporate television, but I can see it's coming back, isn't it? It's kind of a sign of the times. How long before chicken fighting or dog fighting or fish fighting is a televised thing? We now have televised fighting with each other without gloves. It seems like the gladiator days are just around the corner. Trump told the Pentagon to get ready for World War. More torture for the rest of the planet. So, I have a question for you. Right up here in the description area, right up here on the top of the page, you'll see a white button. Click it and take the, I'll try and put up a poll whether you're for or against rodeos and the torture of animals. So, a no on torture is a thumbs up, a yes on torture is a thumbs down. Let's find out how many people are for rodeos and torturing of animals. I got very irritated seeing that on television and I had to put up a quick video. So, I definitely appreciate your comments on this and taking the poll, and your ups and your downs and your new subscribers. And until next time.